You've seen all the hype around AI agents, but no one's clearly explained what they actually do and how you can learn to build them. Think of it like this: AI agents are the difference between a map and a travel agent. It doesn't just show you where to go, it books the flight and reserves the hotel and sends you a full itinerary. I've spent the last 6 months building agents and even came second in an internal hackathon at Amazon. And here is what I learned: you can build enterprise grade agents with zero coding experience. People are already earning thousands using no-code tools, and with 85% of companies exploring agents but nowhere near enough builders, this could be your early mover advantage. So in this video, I'll show you how agents actually work using a real one I built, the exact platforms you can use to start making agents today, and how to turn this into a 24/7 income stream with no tech background needed. So the first thing you need to understand is the difference between your standard chatbots like ChatGPT, Claude, or Gemini versus an agent. ChatGPT is a system of interaction. You give a question, you get a response, and that's it. Now, compare that, for example, to an email agent. If you say, give me an update on all the emails I've received over the last 7 days, the agent logs into your inbox, reviews every email, categorizes them, creates a summary, and drops a document in your Google Drive. It doesn't wait for you to interact, it acts on its own. And that, simply put, is the difference between an AI agent and a standard chatbot. Now, you might think it is complicated to build agents, but it's not what you think. At the heart of every agent, there are only 3 core components: the brain, the hands, and the memory. Let's go back to the email agent I talked about earlier. To function, it needs tools that serve as its hands so it can access your inbox. It needs a brain to process the information and figure out what to do with it. And it needs memory to track which emails it already summarized so it doesn't duplicate them. The tools, or hands, are what let the agent take action. One agent might only need one tool. Others might need 10 or more. For instance, a content creation agent could use one tool for market research, another for headlines, another for writing, and a final one for generating images. The brain of an agent is usually a large language model like those from Gemini, Claude, or ChatGPT. And then there is memory, which has 2 types. Short-term memory lets an agent hold context during a single task, and long-term memory is what allows an agent to remember what it did last week or refer back to your company or personal knowledge base. So if you understand the brain, hands, and memory, you already know the recipe for how agents are built. And hopefully now that you mastered the theory, I'm going to show you an agent I built myself. I get 100 plus emails a week and I can never keep up with them. So I built an agent that triggers every week, pulls email from Gmail, and uses AI generated code to clean the data. It filters out the noise and extracts just the sender date and content. The data is then passed to the AI agent, which uses Gemini as its brain. The prompt I have set up gives it a consistent output format. This particular agent doesn't need memory because it's only summarizing a fixed weekly window, which can be part of its limited memory. But it does need hands, in this case, a tool that sends an email. So every week I get a digest in my inbox with all the summaries and action item. That's it. In the email digest, you can see categories like TLDR, AI updates, productivity workflows, reading suggestions, and action items. This helps me focus on what matters without digging through my inbox. And if I wanted to, I could easily sell this kind of agent to businesses who struggle to stay on top of customer emails. That's a $1,000 to $2,000 problem right there. So not only can you build this kind of agent, but you can also download my agent and modify it for yourself. I've put a link in the description. Feel free to download and use this. Now you might say that's all great, but how can you turn AI agents into a 24/7 income assistant? Remember what I said at the start of the video, 85% of businesses want to use AI agents this year alone. Now that you understand what agents can do and what makes them up, just look around yourself. What's annoying or repetitive at your job? What drains your time at home? If you can build an agent to fix it for yourself, chances are other people would pay for it. And that's where the income part comes in. You can sell agents directly to clients, or if you're building a business, you can hire agentic employees instead of real humans. Yeah, it's kind of come to that. Even if an agent is only 70% as good as a human, that might be all you need, especially when the agent can work 24 hours in a day. Platforms like Fiverr and Upwork already have over 14,000 sellers building AI agents. The top categories include customer service bots, voice and email agents, content writing, social media, data entry, research, and more. And earnings range from $100 for a simple plug-and-pay agent to all the way up to $5,000 or more for custom workflows built with tools like N8N. So yes, with the right tools and a real problem to solve for which businesses and people will pay, AI agents can absolutely become a 24/7 income assistant. Which kind of brings me to the next question. Which platform should you learn to build AI agents? Because there's an army of them out there. This is the most common trap I see people falling into. They start with a complex platform or something which is not suitable for them and burn out quickly. So here is a better path. If you're brand new, start with agent capabilities in Zapier or Make. These are user-friendly, well-documented, and have tons of tutorials, and in my experience are most easy to understand. Once you're comfortable, you can level up to platforms like Relevance AI or Lindy. They give you more flexibility and power without still requiring you to write code. From there on, if you're confident and want more control and sell agents to businesses, you can try N8N. For voice agents specifically, you can try Vapi AI and 11 Labs. They're fantastic. But avoid frameworks like LangChain, Crew AI, or LangGraphs unless you know how to code. These are very powerful, offer a lot of functionality, but they're not beginner friendly at all. If you follow this progression pathway, you will go from zero to custom agents without hitting any huge roadblocks along the way. Of course, you have to put the time and effort to learn and build some of them. Now, one area I did not cover in this video, but it's going to change how we browse the internet, is agentic browsers. These are browsers that don't just let you surf the web, they take action for you. They can go through your emails, they can buy products, they can run market research, they can see what's on your screen and give you live recommendations. In other words, they can automate your life and yes, help you make more money. Now, Perplexity recently launched its COMET agentic browser. I had exclusive early access, and now that it's available to the broader public, you might like this video where I talk about practical use cases to automate your life and make money using Perplexity COMET.